I found on YouTube is a story called What If King Von Survived? The alternate story.
Dispatch, shots fired at 5th and Main. Requesting backup. Copy that, units on Route 17.
November 6th, 2020, Atlanta, Georgia. A night the world thought it understood. Because in this timeline, King Von didn't die. He lived, and everything that followed was darker, louder, and far more dangerous than anyone expected. This is the story of what happened after the shooting. The cover-ups, the retaliation attempts.
Vitals dropping, let's move!
On it, almost there!
He shouldn't have survived, but sometimes the ones who shouldn't make it do.
In the real world, Von was pronounced dead at 26, but in this alternate timeline, surgeons managed to stabilize him. 2 bullets removed. One missed his lung by less than an inch. He slips into a medically induced coma. The internet explodes. Rumors, fake reports. Half the world thinks he's gone. The other half thinks he's fighting. But behind the scenes, the streets are already moving.
When they said Von was alive, people started choosing sides again. It felt like the city was holding its breath.
Back in Chicago, Von's survival doesn't calm anything. It does the opposite. Old tensions flare. New alliances form. Police increase patrols. Detectives quietly prepare for retaliation. Everyone knows the next 48 hours could decide the next 5 years.
This changes everything. The narrative has shifted. Von surviving meant the narrative changed. And when the narrative changes, the money moves.
Von's survival sends shockwaves through the music industry. Labels freeze release.
After 36 hours, King Von opens his eyes. He didn't say much.
Just asked who made it out and who didn't.
Doctors tell him he's lucky, but Von doesn't believe in luck. He believes in purpose.
Recovery changes him. Not softer, not calmer, just sharper.
Somebody wanted me gone, and he wasn't talking about the shooter.
King Von survived the bullets, but the truth, that's what might kill him next. Fans celebrate, ops speculate, bloggers invent theories faster than the truth can catch up. But the story happened in a hospital room where Von survived, but the real story's about to begin.
Next episode, the investigation begins, and Von discovers that the real threat wasn't in the parking lot, it was much closer.
King Von survived the bullets, but survival comes with a price. And as he wakes up, the world outside is already rewriting the story of that night, while the real truth is being buried. Because someone didn't just want Von gone, someone needed him gone. Von wakes up with one thing on his mind. Who set the night in motion? Doctors tell him to rest. Police want a statement.
He kept asking who came to see him, who called, who didn't. He was tracking everything.
Von notices something strange. People who should have checked in didn't. People who never call. While Von recovers, detectives review security footage from the club. But something's off. A missing angle would have shown. On camera, the one facing the parking lot is mysteriously offline. Not broken, not damaged, just turned off.
Cameras don't just go offline at the exact moment a shooting happens. That's not coincidence, that's coordination.
The missing angle would have shown who approached first, who circled the lot, who made the call. Someone didn't want that part seen. As Von heals, the industry starts whispering. Not about the shooting, but about what Von was planning before it. And a new deal, a new direction that threatened old money.
Von was about to level up, and when an artist levels up, somebody else loses control.
That's it.
Rumors spread that someone in the business warned the club that Vaughn was coming, not to protect him, but to prepare for him.
3 days after waking up, Vaughn gets a visitor. Not family, not friends, someone he hasn't spoken to in months.
The conversation is short, quiet, tense.
They talked for maybe 5 minutes. When the person left, Vaughn looked angry. Not scared, angry.
Whatever was said, it confirmed Vaughn's suspicion. This wasn't random. Hey, this wasn't street politics. This was personal. Vaughn starts making a list. People who were there, people who weren't, people who knew he'd be at the club. People who shouldn't have known. Sounds trusted. Someone who benefited from Vaughn being gone. He's not looking for revenge. Not yet, thanks. He's looking for the truth, and the truth is pointing in one direction. Someone close.
Vaughn survived the shooting, but now he's facing something far more dangerous, a betrayal from inside his own circle.
A single phone call, 42 seconds long, placed at the exact moment. King Vaughn walked into the parking lot. A call that shouldn't exist from a number nobody expected. This is where the story breaks open. Vaughn finally gets access to the phone logs from the night of the shooting. Not through police, not through the label. Most of it looks normal. Calls between friends, missed calls from fans, nothing unusual until he sees it. A call made 1 minute before the first shot. A call from someone who wasn't at the club, but knew exactly where Vaughn would be. The number belongs to someone Vaughn trusted, someone who had access to his schedule, someone who knew his movements better than most.
If that call happened, it wasn't random. Somebody was giving a heads up.
The call lasts 42 seconds. Then, 30 seconds later, the first confrontation begins. Too close to be coincidence, too perfect to be luck. Vaughn asks to meet with 2 people from his circle. People he's known for years, people he's made money with, people he's fought beside. Only one shows up. The other, suddenly unreachable, phone off, location unknown.
When he saw who didn't come, he just nodded, like he already knew. That clip didn't come from the club. Someone leaked it. Someone wanted Vaughn to see it.
Then something unexpected happens. The missing camera angle, the one that was offline, suddenly reappears. At the full clip, it shows a figure standing near the lot, on the phone, right before the shooting. Vaughn connects the dots. The call, the missing footage, episode 2, the person who didn't show up when he asked. It all points to one conclusion. This wasn't a setup by enemies. This was a setup by someone who stood next to him. And now, he knows exactly who to confront.
The truth is no longer hiding. It's staring me in the face, and the person behind it is closer than blood. Next episode, the confrontation.
Got a drop on this flexin'. He from Tennessee, I had a thought. She be with this shit. She told me where he be. I say for sure. Baby, let me know if you wanna eat.
After weeks in recovery, King Vaughn finally leaves the hospital, but he's not going home. He's gonna see the one person who vanished the moment he survived. Tonight, the truth gets cornered. Vaughn isn't fully healed. His ribs ache, his stitches pull, but his mind is sharper than ever. He replays the clues. The call, the missing footage, the visitor, a silence from someone who should have. been first at his bedside.
He didn't say a word the whole ride. Just kept looking out the window like he was rehearsing something.
He's not going to ask for answers. He's going to demand them. The address leads to a small house on the outskirts of the city, a place Vaughn has been to dozens of times. He knocks once. No answer. He knocks again. Harder. And there he is, the friend who disappeared. The friend whose number appears in the call logs. The conversation starts calm, too calm.
You could feel the tension through the walls, like two people who knew something was about to break.
Vaughn asks one question. Why do you call that number? The friend hesitates, looks away, says it was nothing, a coincidence. He presses harder. The friend's story changes, then changes again. 3 versions. None of them match. Then it happened. A slip up. The friend mentions a detail about the parking lot. A detail only someone who was there would know. But he wasn't supposed to be there.
That's the moment everything cracked. He revealed knowledge he shouldn't have had.
Vaughn freezes. The room goes silent. The friend realizes what he said. His face drops. And that's when Vaughn knows. This wasn't fear. This wasn't confusion. This was guilt. Finally, the truth comes out. The call wasn't meant to set Vaughn up. Not directly. It was meant to warn someone else that Vaughn was on the way.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here. This whole thing is getting out of hand.
He didn't expect the night to turn violent. He didn't expect Vaughn to get hit. He didn't expect the cameras to go offline. But he made the call, and that call changed everything.
You can't just walk away from this, Vaughn. Vaughn!
The friend wasn't the mastermind. He was just the messenger. Next episode, Vaughn follows the trail to the person who ordered the call.